So this is the recipe for the best chocolate cake you ever have. First, you're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour, or any flour you have in the house, probably fine. And then 2 cups of sugar. I use fine granulated sugar. Just don't use icing sugar. Any other sugar, I think you'll be okay. This is 3/4 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. It has to be the one that tastes bad. So like for instance, I use this one here, baking cocoa. You don't want the stuff with the sugar. And then you need 2 teaspoons of baking powder and 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. So you need both baking powder, baking soda. Then you need a teaspoon of salt. My salt looks a little funny because I use sea salt with little bits of sand and stuff, but any kind of salt is fine. So 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of espresso powder. So now this is kind of interesting. If you don't have espresso powder, on the last step, which asks for you to use a cup of boiling water, you can actually just use a cup of hot coffee, right? Okay, so teaspoon of espresso powder. This is a cup of coconut milk. Now, because it's been in the refrigerator, it's a little solid. It's a little pudding-like. I think it's gonna be okay, I'm hoping. But hopefully yours is a little bit more liquidy. Now, if you don't have coconut milk, you can use buttermilk, you can use almond milk, and I'm sure you can use milk if it has, here's my dog smelling things. You can use regular milk if it is full fat. So don't use fat-free. This here is a 1/2 cup vegetable oil. You can use canola oil. I use coconut oil, melted. It tastes really good. And you also need 2 large eggs, which are here, trying to get to room temperature. They're still a little cool. And you also are going to need, finally, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, which is what I was trying to find. And if you don't use this, I think that the flavor is not as good, because last time I tried this recipe, it was delicious, but it was missing. I could totally tell that it would be better with this. Okay, and finally, a cup of boiling water, which is going to then incorporate everything together. I'll show you how. So now I got all my dry ingredients here in this container, right? The flour, the sugar, the chocolate, the baking soda, the baking powder, the espresso, the salt, it's all in there. So all I have to do now is kind of mix it. And we'll see how that's gonna look like in a minute. So there you go. I mixed it until it was kind of uniform. It's all kind of a nice little gray color here, super nice. And there's no dark areas really, but as you mix, you still can find that some of the finer powder will try to get together, but that doesn't matter. So it's pretty good. Now everybody knows that before you make a cake, you have to kind of prepare the pan a little bit. This pan is old, hey? This was my husband's pan a long time ago. He's been carrying this thing around, and I was like, you know what? I don't have any other cake pans. Let's try this guy. So hopefully this will work, but I'm going to teach you my technique of never having a cake stick. So this I learned when I was little in Brazil. First thing you do is you really put a lot of butter on it. So this is nice butter. Rub it all over it. You hope that you did this step right, because once you start the next step, you cannot go back and fix it, okay? So this is it. I'm having faith that I did this right. Cannot touch it anymore. So next step, which I'm gonna kind of do right now, is you get a little bit of flour. I gotta go with my free hand. So I'm getting a little bit of flour here, and I'm just gonna kind of toss it around it, right? All right, so this is what you're going to do. Not touching the flour. You're gonna go bang, 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 bang all around. Some of it's falling on the floor. That's totally fine. I usually do this over the sink, but this has better lighting. The light is right above me. So now, see, I made a mistake right there. I don't want to go back there to fix it. Maybe I should. No, I don't want to. Yeah, it's all right. You know what? It's fine. We're going to have to do what we can do. It's not going to stick. That's all right. So basically now I'm going to get this. I'm going to sprinkle on the bundt cone from all sides so that it's nice and covered, because again, you cannot spread this, right? All right, so a little bit more on the bundt cone. There we go. And I usually, because the flour has now been touched by the butter, I do toss that extra flour. So this is it. Now you don't touch the inside. That's it. So my oven has been warming up. It is now at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. So that's perfect. Never stick the cake if the oven is not ready. Otherwise you have a mess, unfortunately. Okay, you guys, so after I got all my little dry ingredients nice and mixed here, right? So this is how simple this cake is. Got all the dry ingredients mixed. Just dump all the wet stuff in here, but not the boiling water. Hold off the boiling water, okay? So what do I got here? I got my vegetable oil, which in my case is the coconut oil. Got the 2 eggs, and I got my kind of very solid cup of coconut milk, which I hope it will be okay once I put the boiling water on. I also have here my 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna mix the stuff, and I'll just bring it back in a second. So basically you gotta really mix this, okay? Because I remember last time I did this, it was kind of, it was not easy to do with one hand, that's for sure. So this is kind of how I do it. I hold the bin where everything is. Good God. There's a cloud of chocolate in my face right now. You guys cannot see that. So you mix it and mix it and mix it until it's all nice and incorporated. Now it's going to look solid, okay? It's going to look kind of like you wouldn't think that this would work. Right now I don't think it will. My coconut milk was too hard, you guys. What's gonna happen when I add the... Whoa, like look at this, wait a second. I have high hopes for this. This is the mess that I'm in. We're still going to mix it a little more because I want it all to be at least moist. Oh, good goodness. Oh, my goodness. So at least it's going to be moist before I put the water in it. You guys, it did not happen last time, but this time it was so hard that I'm actually mixing like I mix bread. So yeah, this cake is either going to be amazing or extremely weird. Okay, so this is the last step. I have here my cup of boiling water straight from the kettle. So be careful with this step. Ow! That's hilarious. Be careful with this step, children. Do not do this with only one hand like I am doing. Ow, my hand. All right, so it should look disgusting like this. That means that you're doing it right. So after this, you're going to mix it until it doesn't look so disgusting anymore, until it looks amazing. So I'll be back when it looks amazing. All right, so this is starting to look really good. The hot water is incorporating all the ingredients, which is awesome. So once everything kind of looks like, see how quickly I'm doing this real quick. You don't need a beater for this. Look, the hot water is, oh, it's looking amazing, you guys. Looking beautiful. Look at this. Oh, no, that was a glob. Continue until no globs. Let's go. Wow. Oh my goodness. That is looking beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow. Okay. A little bit more. So yay, the hot water did its miracle. That's why it's the last thing you add, okay? Once everything is mixed up nicely. In my case, mixed up like cake, like bread, I guess. Oh, this is... I think I am happy, pretty much. My puppy really wants some. Sweetheart, it's chocolate. Go away. All right, so got my husband to help me make that nice recording. Now we have the beautiful batter here. And I'm just going to pour it. I'll show you guys in a second what it's going to look like. All right, so it's all in there. Now this is see how liquidy that is, you guys? Let me see if I can focus this a little better. It's a very liquidy batter, see? I poured it on one side only and let it spread by itself. So it's really, really liquidy, and that's totally normal. You can get even probably more liquidy than this. So there it is. It's in the oven now. It's gonna stay in there for about 30 to 35 minutes according to the recipe. However, because that's a burnt pan, I'm gonna come and take a look at it 27 maybe, or when the house starts smelling delicious. All right, so it turns out that this cake took a little bit longer to get ready, and because it's a bundt cake, If you do this, if you pour the batter into 2 9-inch cakes, the little flat ones will be fine. But because I poured it in one bundt cake, it was actually 45 minutes. And the way to know if it's good, you get a knife, a clean knife, and you're going to stick it on the cake, and when you pull it, it's going to pull out clean. I kept doing that, you know, every 8 minutes or so, and it would come out completely dirty. So you just have to test it, you know, open the oven and test it every 8 minutes or so, and until it's clean. So here we go. It's been kind of cooling now for maybe 20 minutes, and it's good enough. I'm going to take it out from this form and see what happens, what's stuck. See if anything's stuck on it. Hopefully not. Okay, guys, this is a big reveal. I'm just as excited as you are. My gosh, it's hot in here in the center. Oh, oh, yay. Something good, but it's very hot, so. Okay, no. I think I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Maybe not, maybe not. Hello. What? Nothing stuck, you guys. This looks amazing. I am very happy. It looks amazing and very soft. Super cool. So happy. All right. So one thing I wanted to point out before I cut a slice of this beautiful cake is, see here, this little layer of white stuff here? That's actually your protective layer made of flour and butter. Look at that. You can see it everywhere. That's how come our beautiful cake did not stick. Very happy about that. So, get a nice knife here. All right, so, ooh, cuts like beautiful butter. Very happy. Wow, what a nice. So don't do it. I don't do it. Ah, Miss Jurgensen. Always support warm cake underneath. Why'd you do that? No. Now we put it back together nicely. What? Let's see. Look at this spongy, beautiful cake. Oh my gosh, it looks so nice. I'm gonna try a piece now. Wait. Wow, that is so moist. It's beautiful. Ah, that's better than the first one by a lot. That's awesome. So happy. Okay, you guys, that's it. How to make the best ever chocolate cake. If you have some icing, you can also put on top, and I think that would be amazing. And there you go. Stay safe, you guys.